Jason.
Hello, Jason.
This is how you put staplers in the staple or when it runs out. First, you open it up. You kind of inspect it.
Make sure they're the right size.
Fire it off a few times just to make sure that it works. It's looking good. Do a couple more. You really got to make sure that you're getting a good amount of staples out here before you put them in, just to make sure that it works. You want to make sure it's streamlined. You want to make sure that it's going to work when you put more staples in it. You know, it's just good for the stapler in general. So, after we got all these staplers, let's open her up. And we don't need these. These are bad. So, we take those out, put them out. You see the spring here. We want to make sure that's good, so let's kind of strum that a few times, you know. Make sure that's got good tension in it. You know, you want to make sure that tension is nice and tight, because when you put these staples in, you know, this is gonna slide to the front here. So what you're gonna do is close it and then fire it off a few times to make sure that there's no more staples left in there. Just safety, so you make sure that it's empty. So we can see that that is an empty stapler. Pretty obvious that there's no staplers in the stapler. So what we're going to need to do now is get some staples. So actually we have some right here that just came out of nowhere. We're lucky. Usually order these from Staples. Staples from Staples, you know. Who would have thought about that? It's kind of funny, kind of out there, but you know, whatever works for us. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put these in here like this, and we're gonna close it. And as you can see, it's not stapling, but it's supposed to do that. That was just our first trial run. Usually it takes about 37 to 48 trial runs before we actually get the staples where we want them to do. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take that stapler again. We're going to put them in. See what this spring does is it actually holds the staples in with the excellent tension that we were testing out beforehand. So when we close that, as you can see, it closes very nicely.
Show the gap.
It's very uniform. There's no gap or anything. And we give that a few things. And as you can see, it's not stapling again. So that goes our second trial run. So obviously there's something wrong going on here. So we're going to have to, sometimes when you have a stapler, you're going to have to go through this inspection process, because not all the times we put in staplers, it's not going to work. There might be an underlying problem or something in the stapler that's not causing it to staple. So that's why it's good to kind of open these up, kind of give it a little inspection, kind of see what's going on here. You know, as you can see, looks like the spring's in place. Looks like our back part here is pretty good. Doesn't look like we got any flaws or blockage or anything. We got a couple staples right here. Must have been left in there from the previous owner. You're going to want to get rid of these. This could be one of the problems that it's not causing us to staple that we were stapling before. As you can see, the multiple staples on my shirt and my jeans. It was working very well beforehand. And what you want is you want that same consistency with each staple. You know, nobody wants one staple to go in and then the next to go out. It's all about consistency with staple. You know, when you got that big sheet of papers, you want it to go all the way through. You don't want one to go all the way through and then one halfway to go through. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this in here like so. Like I said all along, we go right there. Give it a little clap, and look at that. We got staples. And guys, this is really a simple process. You know, I think we did that in about, 5 minutes or so. Didn't take us that long. We got a functioning stapler. We put the staples in, and we're good to go. So, Instruction Tool Video 2014.
If that don't work, throw it against the wall.